I got a lot of requirement to start and then to look into the videos. So these videos will be shared with you. So first of all, welcome everyone to this webinar. For most of you who did not attend our partner conference, in the partner conference, we had launched the Kodak Info Input 7.5, and today's session will be a recap with some demos on what happened in our partner conference so that we can share with most of you. First, I would like to thank everyone on joining this webinar. We had 187 registration across our cluster, an amazing number and a very good indicator about the interest in this technology and the interest in what Kodak Alaris has to offer in terms of its legacy portfolio, but as well in terms of solution and where do we go from here. I just let me go over the slides. If there is any questions, please drop it into the chat, and Jalil and Lily will be able to support. Introducing the team, I think you all or most of us on this webinar already know Jalil, our head pre-sales, Steve Dickinson, our EMEA senior, the guru of our solutions, and Lily leading the solutions and new transformational portfolio in Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Japan. And she's also helping in the All Southern cluster. And she's one of our senior experts as well in terms of IDP, and a lot of what you will be seeing today in terms of demos explanation was taken from a lot of use case in her region. What we were seeing in the beginning was a use case which we will go over as well for claims registration with an insurance company. We have today on the demos for retail with invoice processing, with banking, with KYC, and with insurance for the claim registration, and a little bit more on the AI. So I'm gonna trust Jalil to check on the questions, because in my view, I cannot really see the other the teams, what is happening there. So in case any question, please do not hesitate, just drop it. It is a webinar, but long story short, we're gonna keep it open as an engagement and as a questions and answers. What we're gonna see today, version 7.5, what is new, the roadmap after, and then we're gonna go over some demos, and most importantly is a little bit of links that will help you take it forward and wins, and then we leave it for questions and answers. The time allocated for this webinar, and let me actually put it here, is 1 hour 15 minutes. So I'm gonna keep track and make sure everything is delivered correctly. First and most important, we need to understand intelligent document processing as if it's today. What is it? How did we reach to the term IDP? And what is next for IDP? So we all know the main capture components, which I wouldn't name them, but one of them is combined, or the brand is 3 letters, but 5 words. The color is red. The other one is blue, and it has been rebranded and renamed to another. And you'll have the main big IDP players that is coming across. So all of these started with the main, and including info input or including Kodak, we started with the main legacy capture, which is I would say scanning, doing image enhancement, reading barcodes, reading zones, reading all these things. This is the legacy capture, or most in some cases it's still on high demand. And then we started seeing RPAs. Robotic process automation, and after that, which is used mainly to understand documents and to make integration easier. And then we started seeing in this ecosystem of information management or document processing what is called AI. Okay, and the AI jumped directly through ChatGPT and as a large language model, which plus or minus we all use it to ask cute questions and to help us doing the day-to-day work. And then we went into the application of AI where we take these AIs and we try to put them in normal applications where you see AI in Excel, you see AI in Power BI, for example, you see AI in a lot of things, and you see AI in document processing. So if we take today's IDP is the legacy capture layer, is the integration layer to make sure that this is communicating correctly with a lot of other information and data resources. We need the automation, so whatever is coming in should go into a process, which is the BPM or the business process management of it. And then it needs to have a layer of AI. Otherwise, we're not going to be talking about IDP. So whenever anyone is talking IDP with us, we need to make sure that they need AI, they need automation, which is very close to the business process that they need to automate. They need integration, and of course, they need the main capture. IDP is not necessarily to go from paper to digital. It could be digital to digital. And this is, again, a very important point to mention because most of the cases that you will be seeing today on the screen are actually digital to digital. So no scanner, the input is coming from email, from websites, from mobile application, regardless from WhatsApp. These documents are coming, we are understanding them, we are processing them, and then we are sending them across. All of this is today within Kodak Alaris portfolio. So why does it make sense for Kodak Alaris to go into the IDP market and for our partners? First of all, since it is using AI, it is a future-ready technology. And the next thing after this, or the parallel to IDP, AI-powered IDP would be, I would say, agentic AI. But these are two different methodology of working. It's similar to previously the legacy capture with RPAs. Today you have IDP with agentic. Still IDP per our experience and where we are implementing and what we are replacing, you will find a lot of IDP power versus agentic. It doesn't mean that the agentic still has its niche market, but the biggest piece of cake and is currently for IDP. Market knowledge and exposure with Kodak Alaris, that's by default. Premium pricing and margins, because you are tapping into the core business processes of the end customer, you will be able to price at premium. And again, a lot of our partners have seen that in some projects, they went with normal pricing. In other projects, they went with a lot more of margin. This is equal to the pain point that you are resolving, and this is equal to the solution selling and how do we position what we are selling. So this is extremely important, and we do have another webinar that will take place to explain how to position on ROI and not on product. However, for partners that are used to product selling, which is I need a scanner, this is the scanner, this is the product, this is the features, this is the service, the approach to sell on premium and on better margin will need a little bit more of time and a little bit more of questions to discover the pain point and take it from there. Okay. Again, why IDP? It's stable, flexible, low cost for support. So whenever you do an implementation, you expect it to run at 99.999% of uptime. We have heavy load of info input running across our cluster and the globe, where no hiccups. And if there is any hiccup, it is resolved within a couple of minutes. The market size for this, the commercial value of this market is huge, and it fits by nature for our partner ecosystem. So whenever you are going or you have sold KCP, it is by default to go and upsell for info input. If you have a scanner, it is by default you can go and upsell to other product. Revenue gate, again, when we talk about information management, scanners, info input, Kodak Capture Pro, or the IDP components is just, if I may ask from Jalil to look into the attendees and admit. So it is a revenue gate for partners. You need to explore a wider portfolio, get ECMs, okay? And later on, we're gonna, or during this session, you will see the new version of document management system. You will see where the market is going. So make sure you enable your professional services to get the best out of these kind of deals, because any deal of 100,000 or $200,000, you expect half of it or 30% of it, between 30 to 50% to be professional services only. This could be yours if you have a team for that. You can complement it with other products such as AI licensing, such as document management, such as any other thing. Make sure you go beyond just the offer of document processing. Okay, this is a revenue gate for our partners, and we do wish that all of you take this opportunity to build a bigger portfolio around the digital transformation and document automation. So not to throw numbers like this, based on research, this IDP market is expected to grow heavily in the next 5 to 6 years. So get on the train now. We should have been on the train. For partners who have been on this train for the past 1 to 2 years, they are experiencing now organic business growth, and we do have this in many regions, which some of the partners were celebrated in our partner conference. If not, please consider it, since you are in the scanning or in the digital transformation ecosystem. This is the not to miss opportunity. There is market need, there is market demand. Experts, even in the next slide, you see that between forecast to what happened in 2024, this market is in a tangible way, a very big market and opportunity. So again, going into numbers with these, you can easily Google verified market reports, market.us, markets and markets, all these research and statistic references. They have forecasted in 2023 that 2024 market would be of the IDP, no scanning, no hardware, okay, to be around 2.5 billion. Some of them, the Fortune Business Insight, which is one of the most looked at, forecasted to be 4.42 billion. Currently, the market in 2024 closed at around 2.4 or 2.5 billion, with Fortune Business Insights making it around $8 billion. Why the difference? Because for Fortune Business, they take into account the AI components. Everything that you saw in the previous slide on AI, it goes into their estimates. So all the AI, all the tokens, all the GPT, all the Microsoft, all the Amazon, everything goes into that. And with that number, I can tell you that they have been a little bit shy, because other estimates come above this if you take the whole ecosystem of IDP. So the market is there. It's just, will we grab it, yes or no? From Kodak Alaris, it's a firm commitment to go over there and to be a major player in this. We built Info Input to be a tender product to win in places that others are not. For the past 12 or 18 months, we have been uniquely positioned with our Open Intelligence, which has a trademark for Kodak Alaris module, which allows anyone to use multiple AI on a single workflow, no limitation. And this is not available in any other product. So some products are opening now towards Microsoft or another hyperscaler, but usually IDP vendors, they tend to love their own AI. Taking example, or whoever is currently in agentic AI and used to be in IDP, they love to maintain their own AI. So they don't like to sell other engines. They want to have their own AI to sell. Info Input is built for tomorrow. So this Open Intelligence offers you to offer the best solution to the end customer, and the end customer to be relaxed. And they know that at any point of time, if this AI didn't grow on the long run, then can easily switch the AI engine and still get the correct business outcome. Our commitment for to grow for last year, the biggest revenue for us was info input. KCP is still a strong market demand, but the growth over there is not like info input, not because of the demand, but because of the deal size. So info input, you can close 2 deals, it can get you $500,000 if they are enterprise level or more. KCP, you'll have, since it is becoming like a commodity, there will be price war. There will be, you can win a mega deal, which could be beyond a couple of $100,000. But again, we will need to sell more to achieve the same revenue of info input. Solutions and AI is where the premium, again, going back to the previous, is where the premium price is. And this is what you see over here. It's not, we have won more customers with KCP, but with info input, it is more revenue. Some of the references, so we are growing in revenue and references. Some of them are totally new. Between these, the top two, we have use cases on them. The third one, which is in Oman, a very good customer, and we do have a lot of government entities in Oman. And then we are expanding across the UAE as well. Our motto, which we need to remember always when we go to the market: don't push sales, just offer the right fit, the right experience, the right results. It needs to make sense for everyone in a company. And this is again part of our sales training, which we offer again for solutions. Don't oversell. Make sure everyone is happy: the CEO, the CIO, the finance, the user. Make sure all of their experience is there, the right result, the automation is there, the speed is there, the ROI is there. And let's not overthrow our sales pitch. Make sure we give them what they need today, right now, and then we can upsell. Gaining trust, being the customer consultant is crucial for premium selling and for loyalty. And this is a key in solution selling. Okay, enough talk about blah, blah, blah. Let's go into what is more interesting. In the kickoff, we did certain incentives. We have some for hardware, but most important, and from now till year end, to again show our commitment for growth, which is, thank God, knock on wood, for the first half of this year, we are more than good on track in terms of growth and revenue, and we are very ambitious to overdo in the second half. To have this and to enjoy this success together, we have 2 incentives. One is for Capture Pro and one is on info input. We need your registration for these incentives if you would like to be part of it. So an email to your area manager, copying me, Rami, or Elias will be needed, mentioning that I would be like to be part of the Capture Pro, and then we're gonna have a signed letter between us so that we can track your revenue, track your orders, and then once you achieve this revenue gate, you will be awarded, which is almost similar for both, a certain holiday package up to $4,000 to be delivered for one or multiple in your team. You can decide, but the package is $4,000 US dollar. The gate revenue is shown over here, 100,000. Again, if we consider what we mentioned before, which is KCP versus info input. Info input, you can do this number in one deal. Kodak Capture Pro will need more coverage. But both numbers are very easily achievable, and we currently do have one of the partners that will actually snap with this month. I think they placed the order to achieve the 100K on info input. So congratulations to that partner. But long story short, it is an achievable target, and we created this award you. This is not something that is hard to achieve, and we're making Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. No, this is very achievable, and we do have nominees for this. And again, one partners would already take one, and it is unlimited, like not for only 3 partners. So the more, the merrier. Cool. What happened with 7.5? Okay, just a small recap on 7.1 for whoever didn't know about 7.1. 7.1 is where we started communicating more strongly with AI. So that was something nice. 7.5 is coming to add on top of this. So there's a lot of enhancement on the delivery. You will see classification, extraction, cleaner extraction, scripting, blah, blah, blah. The workflow engine is now more on design, drag and drop. And you'll have a new configuration tabs. So whoever is in the technical, I'm not going to go through these in details, they will find their life easier. Why is it important for us as uh, owners of the company, as general manager of partners and everything? It means that I can deliver faster, which means I can create an impact faster, which means I can lower my cost with higher expectation of the customer, which means I can deliver more value at a higher price. This is very important. All of these enhancements are made so that you can deliver faster, and you can actually save these whatever you do as a configuration to be used later on. One amazing thing that we added for whoever sold info input or had a success with info input before, you know that to create searchable PDF, we had a module similar to all other IDPs, by the way, that has 5 million pages per year. Okay. Now it just became unlimited for a launch promotion. So you get this module free, unlimited from now till end of fiscal year. So from now till end of March 2026. After this, it will remain unlimited, but it will have a certain pricing. So the old engine, you can still take it, but this is, and it has, by the way, 60-70% accuracy on ICR. So double the joy on this one. But whoever gets a 7.5 version, they will enjoy. If it's perpetual, their customer will enjoy a free of cost OCR engine that has unlimited pages. So this is one less headache for your presales. They don't need to ask, oh, if you need searchable PDF, how many pages? That's all gone. For those who don't know info input, you just need to ask 2 questions: searchable number of users to access and the volume of pages to be processed. That's it, and you will be able to create your quotation. This is in 7.5. More in 7.5. Introducing again, we will be doing the basics of info input in a later webinar. We'll have at least 6 different webinars from now in the next 6 to 7 months. But just for those who don't know, info input had the capability to connect to a lot of document AI engines, which could be pre-built, custom built, or GPT models, okay, or general read, which means general read, it will replace your OCR, ICR, blah, blah, blah engines, and it is much powerful. The pre-built, you use it for business card reading, passports, invoices, blah, blah, blah. You will see in the demo. The custom build is whenever we have a new document type and we don't know how to deal with it. So we throw it to the AI, it will learn, it will give me back the answers in a very nice way. GPT models is where I ask a question, I get the response. So all of this was built way back. Now we are adding direct communicator or direct connector, and all of these things are unique selling points to info input. Whenever you are in a tender, putting these inside will make sure to kick out any other competition. So now you'll have additional connectors, ready-made connector with Gemini, with ChatGPT, and with AWS Bedrock, the latest release from Amazon for a GPT model on their own. Why is this important? You will see it in the demo just in a bit. We still have, again, for those who don't know, and please take note of these things, we still have the custom workflow model that allows you to connect to any kind of engine to do any kind of document processing, okay? That's another tender unique selling point, and it is a very strong implementation tool for info input. Draw your workflow, I explained it, and the Love AI, again, this is with the custom workflow step or module where you can actually talk to any kind of AI, and you will see it in the demo with Jalil, where we built something called RAG, okay, AI, which just Google it, is the new way of communicating with your documents, whether within info input or outside info input. I don't need to search by metadata. I just can ask, what do I need? And then it will answer me. Cool. 7.8 or version 8 is coming. A lot of things. Container, again, we are committed to making things faster. Container means you don't have to install everything. You just build it in a container. You implement the container. It will be up within half an hour, 2 hours maximum. Totally faster than virtual machine and much faster than the normal installation. We will have our own AI in addition to connecting to other AIs. Why? Because it makes sense. We are learning a lot, and we might be able to create a model that is a little bit much better than everything else. Better readings, that's just a cherry on top, but yeah, you will find even with low quality images, a better readings processed by info input, and this comes within the DNA of Kodak Alaris, making sure the image is good, and even if it's not good, we can still make the best out of it. Seeing is believing. Before going into this, allow me to break the chain of the slides and go into this slide over here. So this is just a quick reminder that everything that you will see today on the screen can actually be implemented on cloud or on premise, or some stuff are on premise and some stuff are on cloud. That's number one. Everything you see on the screen will be available if you are a certified partner to access, whether on your server. So we export these configurations, we give it to you, or you access our demo server where you can run these, similar to what I will be doing today, where you can run these scenarios. All right. More information, more learning. We do have these links, which will be shared with you, which as well for certified partners, you already are receiving the updated info input presentation in PDF format. It has clicks at the last slide where you can click them. It will take you into private playlist on YouTube where you can see all these webinars, including this one. I hope the recording is running, including this one where you can see how to present. You can see these use cases, the sample documents, and what do we expect from you to mention in front of the customer so you can be able to sell better. As well, there's a lot of technical training and sales training. So in total, currently between 38 to 43 videos. On the demo kit, how to demo and everything, 12 videos, sales specific 13 videos, and some shorts, a little bit of webinars and short on how to connect with AI, blah, blah, blah. These things for technical pre-sales will be available. Why this? Again, faster for you, knowledge sharing, it makes sense. This is a snapshot from YouTube, so please go ahead and share it with your team. And if you need more, we are more than happy to support you. These documents or these information has been shared with last year a lot of partners in the certification path. A lot of people have been trained on their own. We attended them in 1 hour explanation or 2 hours explanation. All the remaining hours, they took it on their own and they were able to build amazing use cases. A big thank you for all the partners who participated and were able to, from all the region, whether Spain, Italy, Egypt, Turkey, UAE, Morocco, South Africa, everywhere. Like the journey was overwhelming, and thank you to all. Whoever, again, would like to go over it, the links are there. We will share more with you. Just share it internally and ask us questions. What are we going to see today? And this is, I think, the part that most of you are interested in. Good enough, 11:30, so the big time is still on this. We're going to see some invoice processing. we're gonna see some onboarding, and we're gonna see some weird stuff with AI. Okay. If I have time, I'll show you more. But and then classification, I'll get to show you everything with AI as well. All right. So before moving further, I just wanna make sure everything is here. All good, all good, all good. We do have a poll, so once okay. So once this is done, please do vote on the best, the one that you find most useful for you, and we will be able to support you on that. Cool. Before I started, I just opened my replace. So I just published the latest report from the statistics on info input. It will just take some time with our connection over here, and then I can come back to it later, or I'm lucky and I can do it right now. So info input comes with, we get a lot of questions like, what can we do with info input? How can I report? You can look at the overall processing done. Let's say this is 1 month, I want 12 months. I can go back into 12 months as easy as this. We have been spending 600 hours, whole team of Kodak Alaris on this server, 2,000 batches, document processed, which workflow, number of document completion by date. So where did we have spikes, imported documents or scan pages? This is, again, very cute one. Which ones have been tested the most? Again, if I select 12 in the last 12 months, I can nice. 2 months didn't go back to this amount, or it needs to be refreshed. 2 days, nice. Let me go on to another one. 1 year, this is 1 year. Let me see if I can, okay, this one is working. 1 month, and this is very important where you see, and this is for BPOs and for companies that are working on such of a workflow. It needs to be on scan or input. So documents should not be included on the index field or on the indexing step. It should be on the start of the workflow, and this is why we have such visuals. For server consumption, again, it's very important to know what is happening on the server and the licenses, and then most importantly, and you can see this the spike of using AI in the last month, and then over here you can see, for example, who is using and on which step and your overall workflow. So reporting is very important because info input will be sold and provided to business process automation. So whichever BPM you go to, or whichever user will want to have a certain um, process automation, they will want to see how fast am I going? Can I know my people if they are doing a good job, where they do have hiccups, blah, blah, blah. So this is a very critical thing to sell with info input. These are templates reports that you can connect directly to info input. It has just a small requirement that the customer will have an export database so that we can catch all the history of data and then generate these. But this is in a day or two, it's a plug and play kind of configuration. Please, whoever has a certain opportunity, don't miss on mentioning this. Okay, thank you. Now we go into the demos, and I open info input directly from here. I assume most of you have already seen info input. So info input has two interfaces, the Java, which is over here, and the web interface. We usually use the Java interface for stuff like administration in general, where we can see the documents classes, blah, 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 all the configuration, the workflows. I will take you through it in a bit. And then the front end interface where you'll have your inboxes, my documents or my workflows, brands, Peter, Haitham, Anthony, and then everything here where I can search for Lily, for example, and then we will have these documents over here where we're gonna go over them as an example on KYC and other stuff. Because this is the front end interface, you'll have a lot of things to do here where you access your batches or you can start a workflow And from here, you select your workflow. We have more than 800 workflows configured on this one, unlimited workflows. You can change whatever you want. You can set the priority to high so that it takes priority on the server, or you can set it as a private. And if you are scanning, you can select your scanner. Long story short, a lot of things. The platform is available in multi-languages for those, again, repeating the obvious, but we do have some new joiners, and you can change your password, you can do some filtering, and most important, in the homepage over here, you can do some, again, easy search and retrieve. George, I want to see KYC, I want to see invoice, whatever I want to see, it will be able, we will be able to see it in here. Nice. All right. Type. Having mentioned this, I'll take you to the administration, not to explain technical, but to show you, for example, if I want to call in some workflow. This is the workflow. This is how we see them. General options, scanning, import, blah, blah, blah. This is technical. The workflow will appear like this. I'll show you another workflow which will not cover today and other stages, which is with reject, which is such a workflow. Okay. Again, with classification, with extraction, and then a chance to go back to another step directly from the interface with audit, with everything. All of this is available. The workflows are stretchable as much as you want, no limitation whatsoever. One of them as well, which you will see today, is this one. I believe it's this one with redact, and another one with this one where we have PDF properties. Okay, stay with me. You will love this one. You will love Lily because of this one. But this is something very nice to see. I just clicked on the classification, so our own AI can, and it is after 3 years of experience, after looking into AIs, if you want an AI engine that can classify in a very nice way everything, you have zero worry to just go with info input on minimal training machine learning or AI engine that we have, which can offer visual and feature. So over here, you can see all the different kind of IDs that we are training them on. You just plug here the training, and then it will be able to understand and split documents. All right. This is overall features on info input. Now let's get into the things that interest you. So workflow, any question on workflows or steps or classification? All right, I leave it with Jalil to let me know. Meanwhile, I'm gonna check what do I have as a three-way matching way. I don't have here, and I can check in my inbox. What do I have? Invoice matching. Okay, we do have, and I'll take you as well through some other stuff, which is event. And so I'm just selecting over here my my workflow. I'm gonna select this one where we're gonna process invoices with 3 different AI engines. I'm not gonna spend too much time. Okay, just a little bit to explain the basics and then go to the main show. So let me get my invoices, or in demo kit it would be best where I have these ones. Okay, these features are available for everyone. I'm just helping the system because I don't want to take more time on classification. So I'm splitting the invoices, and then we'll send them to the server and see what happens. Long story short. Another workflow I want to start is this one. And now I'm talking about invoice processing. All right, so I need to look into the ERP one, which is, I can do this one, or I can actually check ERP and then go into it. Let me take this one. You can see that the naming convention is changing. This is, again, configurable, blah, blah, webinar. And then it will make it easier for me to check and select. This could be running in the background, this step, or could be in the front end. But I'm gonna just, again, drag and drop the same stuff and see what happens. If you can notice the difference, this was already configured to split documents directly on upload. The other one was not. So I'm gonna do these ones. And then the last one, which is the important one, is we're gonna show you stuff like this. Demo kit, the actual three-way matching, like never seen before. Okay, very important to explain it. So I'm just going to show you the sample document. Okay, we have purchase order, we have invoice, we have another invoice, and we have delivery notes. Okay, so usually three-way matching is matching the purchase order with the invoice with the delivery note. A lot of questions would come. What happens if I have one PO with two delivery notes or one PO with two invoices? So we've taken the most complex use case and we're trying to build around it. So you will see this one, and you will see as well another example where we have 111 or one PO, one invoice, one or two delivery notes. Okay. Uh, Again, three-way matching is not something easy. However, you will see it today as something very cute happening on the screen. The first two ones already done. So I'll open the one that we used with multiple AIs. All right. Again, using different AIs on the same workflow, it doesn't matter. We're gonna extract and we're gonna be able to do cloud voting. Cloud voting is very important. Why it is important? Because cloud voting will make us be the consultant of the customer to decide which AI they need to use. Keep in mind, when I click handwritten or whichever, it has no problem whatsoever to read it. If I click on control, it will tell you what did the AI understood, all these AIs. And you can see it again, one after the other. Everything is reading, everything is accurate, blah, 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 all good. We are happy, we continue. All right. First of all, making sure that all my AIs can work together. And this could be 17 AIs, not a problem. And then we can do what is called AI or cloud voting so that we can decide on the best option. This is applicable for anything else, receipts, business cards, passports, whichever you think of, we can do this. That's the purpose of showing you this example. I'll go into another one. Invoice processing before the three-way matching. I just have invoices. I want to test whether they work or not. Most of you already have seen these examples. I'm just going to go over them very quickly. In IDP, we say integration and validation. So this one is blue. It means it doesn't need my attention, but I'm going to explain. Over here, we are reading the invoice with line items. We are checking if the vendor is already registered on the system. Otherwise, we're not accepted. We'll check if the purchase order is already on the ERP. Otherwise, we'll not accept it. We'll check if the invoice is already submitted. Otherwise, we'll not accept it. And if the total is there. For business rules, and with a little bit of a button to decide whether I want to reject or yes. I can call the ERP directly from the interface. I can call the ERP directly from the interface and make things faster. Over here, you can see the communication is clear, purchase order not found. Why? Because the AI, even though AIs are smart, we hit over here purchase order number, so it wasn't able to read it. So it looked at the other place, it says executive order. For it, that's an invoice. Info input is telling it, Mr. AI, this is an invoice. Give me the purchase order. So for it, by default, it tagged. If I click on control again on my keyboard, you can see it tagged it as purchase order. Why? Because it looked into executive order number. It took it, it's nice, it's not correct. Okay, vendor is correct, purchase order is not correct. I search for the purchase order, it shows me this number, 42P0, which is available over here. How can I correct? I can either directly from the database or click here, do the correction, and now it says that's a duplicate invoice. All right. If it's a duplicate invoice, I cannot do much but to reject the document. All right. And then it will tell me that everything is okay. The decision has been taken on this one. All right. Again, you can revalidate that whatever we captured is checked on the ERP. Coming back to this one, another error on the purchase order. Let me zoom in so that you can see it. It has a dash on the database. It doesn't have a dash. I just click and then it tells me everything is okay. This one, the overall calculation to save time, I'm gonna do this one directly correct, check, check, and all good. One is rejected. It's done from my side. I approved whatever I approved. Let the CFO deal with his worries. And then as a CFO, I can have the blah blah webinar that already is in his inbox. He can open, he can see it, he can take a decision, he can sign it. He's a CFO. He can fire me. He can do whatever he wants. So just put a big deny on it and I'll send it to the server. And now it will update. It will send automatic email to the vendor. Your invoice has been submitted. Please correct it. Whatever you want to do can be done. So long story short, on invoice processing phase 1, lesson learned, we can automate on info input any business process. Okay, any business process. Now I'm going to go with a 3-way matching, which is this one, this one, this one. I'm going to take this one. Fingers crossed that it will load in the correct. Cool. Perfect. All right. I like this one because there's a lot to explain in it. And again, a lot to explain. So first of all, we uploaded the PDF that you saw before. Okay. And if I want to show you over here, this one should be with hashes. So it should be this one, any one of these. So document split, classification, that script. And then we have the other one, which could be as well the same with this one, where you will have the classify instead of the split. Okay, and if I click on you can see that these are invoices, these are delivery notes. Please, whenever you see these kind of things, do the correct classification. Understand that this document is an invoice. Understand that this document is a delivery note, XYZ. All right. We'll have the invoice. We're going to treat it as a normal document. We're going to extract, not a problem whatsoever. No problem. The most important is this, which is the case cover. You have document level indexing, and then you have case level indexing. All right. Over here, for example, total quantity is 150. The AI did a mess. I just corrected. All right. Over here, I can correct it. Actually, this one is correct because it just captured the first one. However, I can do this correction in here. And then it turns correctly. This one is a delivery form, total quantity. I have one, that's correct. Delivery order. Okay, it is missing the delivery order, so I can actually put the delivery order, whichever. And then I can select the date, which is, let's say, this one. And then it should turn into blue or green. Same thing for everything. Indexing is available, so we classify, we understand the documents, and then what do? We match them all together. We match them all together. The delivery note over here, that's the summary. So you got 152 because the first one, it wasn't able to capture it correctly. And then you have the invoice, and then you have the PO. All the 3-way matching, several delivery notes with a PO, with an invoice, with everything could be, and not only that, you get the summary of what you want to do. So whenever you go to a finance or procurement or a retailer or anyone who deals with numbers and they have a headache of this kind, make sure that we have a ready-made solution for them using AI like no other one on the market that can be actually, without going into the details of the documents, can show them directly the decision so that they will be able to act on it. So with a simple click over here, I can route it to customer service so they can deal with it, or I can send it back to the branch to check if this delivery note was actually correct or not. And then they can do this, or they can do whatever they want to correct the information, and then it comes back to the approval so that they can deal with it. Another good feature is that all the batch and everything is renamed according to the PO. Okay, so over here you can see PO number 186222, which is PO number over here, which is again taken from AI. What was it? 1 second. 18622. So I'm going to close it, and I'm going to just explain why this is important. 18622. Let me just refresh it a little bit. 18622. Here it is. Okay. Very important. We have a lot of tenders where they ask, can we easily search and retrieve? Yes, you can. Any metadata, we can reflect it into the batch name, and then you will be able to search for that specific PO so that you can actually accelerate something for it. So that's for the three-way matching. Any question? No. Cool. Let me then go. So we promised invoice processing. We're going to go over and then we talk about AI. Actually, I'm going to talk about AI before anything else because I prepared today 3 on the AI. Let me delete these ones. I'm going to show you how we communicate with AI and then the use case, and then I'll go into the KYC. And the KYC is very important. Please bear with me. Later on, we're going to have webinars on everything. So job setup, it will take some time to load. Meanwhile, I'll explain the use case. So documents with no template whatsoever. Documents that I want to understand the content, which are letters, which are anything, correspondences, which I want to understand the tone of voice, which I want to understand the urgency. All of this will need, which I want to create a summary for, which I want to assess if I should purchase that company or not. All of these, which I want to assess if that CV is actually a good use case or a good fit for me. All of this we don't need just to stick for indexing. Excuse the connection. Okay, waiting for the connection to load this. We do have a problem with the connection. I don't know if you guys heard in the UAE because of the cables in the Red Sea international connections. So, and I'm running live on our demo server. So when I have certain content that is completely unstructured and I want to ask questions to the AI and answers me, this is where we go into these things. So I'm going to put claim. Okay, you will see claim using OpenAI and claim using other stuff. I will use this one, for example, to show you OpenAI, literally questions. Okay, questions, queries. And then you come over here and then you have the review and scripting if you want to do anything else. And as well in the intelligent OCR, you can do the queries and the script and the mapping. Okay, these keep them in mind. You will see them in this one where you find all your queries that was done. So different AI will connect differently. Keep this in mind. My queries are defined here, and then I map them to index field, and these could as well be changed to regular expression, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I don't have to design neither zones nor whatever. I ask question, it will give me the answer. How do we see it live? We see it live into, I will show you the samples, but directly for the sake of time. This one, we submitted 3 documents. The first one, info input doesn't need anything from me. And for whoever works with insurances, this is a logo for a very important claim registration vendor. So what we are doing over here is getting as a query the policy number and getting from that the claim and registering both over it. We are checking the feelings, the emotions of this letter and asking questions and getting our answers. Okay, same thing happened on this one. Same things happen on this one. And wherever you don't see an answer, it means that this is not the case. Over here, the AI is telling me, listen, man, I'm not sure about the date. So I can see a date, but I'm not sure if this is the one. It will give you a visual expression where you can tick it and tell it, no, all is good. And over here, priority, do they ask for a response back in the next couple of weeks? So it takes the paragraph and it will answer you, and then you can audit if this is correct or not. And we can actually put this field as a date so that we can map it later on. Once you click over here, everything is green. You send it to the server. The same thing, you will see it with another AI engine in a different way with a summary over here, but the same things, the same, policy number, date, blah, blah, blah. And this is where the power of info input comes with Kodak Alaristine to suggest to the end customer. If you were able to see, and you will see it in the recording, and please do stop and view it, this actual document was not properly answered by another AI, which is by Amazon. So the best GPT models right now are either the ones delivered on Olama website or Microsoft or Google Gemini. So this one was completely answered versus Amazon not being so good on the other one. And this one, again, completely answered. And for those who would have a question on languages, no problem. If I have time, I'll show you more Arabic, English. You ask in English, it answers in Arabic. If the text is in Arabic or Japanese or whichever, it will understand Japanese. We are working with a local vendor over there to better understand the context, because language and models are different and culture. So this will come by nature into the sentiment analysis and everything. But this is, long story short, how we derive AI into our documents and we extract fields. All right. So this is for AI. And I'm not sure, I'll just drop a live question to Jalil. Do we have the horse race? Emirates. I don't think we have it. So we had a very weird requirement where horses, do I have? No. Horses come with passport and they need validations, and it's a very mess documentation. So in another way, it's a logistic use case where you have the shipment with coming with its own document, and we need to analyze so that we let it in the country or not. So that would be a very nice scenario to discover with you later on. Before going into the KYC, and let me open the KYC, which Lily prepared for us. We have a lot, so I'm gonna go and look how cute. She actually left us some descriptions to guide us. So one of the questions I'm gonna answer as well, which are the heavy use cases where IDP is needed. Onboarding wherever, but mainly in BFSI, insurances. Why? Because they receive a lot of documents, whether claims, whether talking with hospitals, whether police reports, whether onboarding a new person. Logistics, there's a lot of documents that is received by shippers and logistics company and other countries. Governments by default. Every single sector that has document centricity is a good place for IDP to be there, okay? Including horizontal solutions, which is HR, contracts for legal, and all of these things. Now, going into KYC. Actually, I don't want to go into this one first. I want to go into something easier. So the normal KYC, I present my form, I fill a form, I present it, I put my documents and everything. I think this one would be good. And then I'll be able to drive a decision. Okay, so this is in French, which means one of multiple documents are not okay. Don't worry, this is just, sorry, a picture of one of our partners. Let me do weird stuff like this would happen. Let me do just this one. So we are comparing, and then we are hiding certain information so that it doesn't show for the normal user, because it will affect their decision. And then we take a decision, we stamp it on the document, okay? And then we can actually compare with the ID that has been submitted. So stuff like this, if someone is submitting like passport copy with ID, with driver license, filling the form, I want a bank loan, blah, 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 that's the normal KYC, that's the normal onboarding, all right? What the purpose here is to show you that we can actually redact some information so it doesn't show for the decision maker, because in some banks, in some places, this might affect. If I want to invest $1 million in your hedge fund company, it will impact your decision as a salesperson to accept me. So these kind of information, in some cases, they request to hide it, but still extract it, and then take the decision and put it directly on the document. Why do this? Because this is anti-tampering. So if we extract the information, we push it on a database and the database has been tampered, then my whole process is jeopardized. And this is again for banking and BFSI for compliance. If I stamp on the image, the decision is directly there. So whoever messes up with the database, that's not a problem. I still have everything. And by the way, all the features could be available manual or automated. So I can take my decision and save it. And by that, I'm 100% sure that in case I have a hack and they did something with my database, the decision, the reason, everything is on the level of the image. Last thing that you need to consider if you are in this field is crypto or digital signature to make sure that you have additional layer of security. So this is the basic KYC. The most advanced KYC, I'll take my time to explain. All right. So a very good bank, they wanted to have a KYC on loans where they want to see the bank statement. They want to see their income tax. They want to see what they pay for social security. They want to see a salary certificate. All right. And then they wanted to compare everything. So the bank statement will show your salary. That amount should be equal to the salary certificate. Proportion to that should be equal to the what you pay for social security and the income tax. Everything, the full story of the data needs to be correct. Otherwise, that's a big problem. Okay? Otherwise, that's a big problem. Now, before going into all of this, I'm going to show you a very nice feature, which hopefully it will appear into this one. Not this one. This one is like just the previous one. Let me check in my documents. Should have been yesterday. I'll open this one. Very, not this one. Yes. Let me take it created. It should be, or it was deleted yesterday, or I'll focus on what I have and then I'll take you through the other ones. Fingers crossed it is this one because it's very nice and you deserve the best. No, it's not this one. Long story short, the feature is we actually check the document if it was tampered or not. Okay, so we actually take the document itself and we check the properties of that PDF. Was it actually changed or there was no change whatsoever? And then on the level over here, okay, so this one is very nicely. I'll explain now, I'll go into the details, but in case you had any level of tampering in the document, you will have an error showing you that this document has been created on 2nd of September, was edited on the 6th of the September. And this is something by default enabled in all PDFs. So not only do we check the information inside the documents, we also check the validity of the documents. Please take this information and whenever you are in front of a KYC situation, make sure you deliver this message strongly. Again, the payslip, we read everything from it, 2-3 payslips, the contribution, the card, the bank statement we are reading, and we are making sure that we get to know where is the salary transfers. And then what do? We do a certain case level indexing, okay? Or we actually take everything and we compare things. Identity fraud account applies for loans at different bank using various address and mobile numbers. So what happened over here, not only that we looked into the data, we looked into the CRM or the core banking system of the bank, and we got to know that Mr. Yasser already applied in another branch. What can we do? We can add an annotation, or we can actually reject, or we can do both. Okay, and then we submit. I think I need to do something which is over here, and then you submit to the server, and boom, case closed. I'm gonna take you through everything that Lily prepared so that we can see different scenarios. Okay. Oh, this one has the bank logo. It's okay. This one. Okay. File size abnormal, invalid producer, invalid author, bank statement, invalid document. This is where we are checking the data of the PDF, of the properties of the PDF. We're not only so every document normal things that happen on info input, normal things that happen on KCP, normal things that happen on COFAX, whichever it is. We read the document, we can extract whatever it is with AI, without AI, all these things. But the important thing is we gather everything, we compare, we take certain, we deliver the information, the knowledge, and we also check not only on the background, but as well the status of the PDF. Was it correct? Yes or no? These are the kind of information. This is the complexity that document AI with and info input with Kodak Alaris is going into the market to solve. We can solve the basics, which again, we will see it in another webinar, but the deeper we go, the more we get challenged, the more people, experts like Lily, Jalil, Steve Dickinson will work on stuff like this. And believe me, like these ones were recorded in the partner conference, shared, and we got a lot of hype on it, because stuff like this you don't actually see every day in the market, where it is actually working and you can directly on the spot run it and show it to your end customer. Last but not least, everything you are saying has been running in live on our demo server. So these use cases could be delivered for you, trained for certified partners, so you can take them into the market, present everything with a lot more. And everything that you have seen could be implemented with cloud AI, edge AI, which is on premise talking with the cloud, or purely on premise. So concluding, because we don't have time, I will just take you through, since we are talking about the links, excusing the connection, take you through in a very fast way our playlist, and I will do the RAG, which is RAG AI info input, which is prepared by Jalil. Okay, it's not here. Let me just go back a little bit. It should be in the demo kit. The latest one. This is the KYC. Again, all these will be with you. It's not here. Maybe it was easier to start with Jalil, or let me just double check it on the shorts or sales. Detection, RAG AI. This is the one, just not to take much of your time, just sharing the screen to explain what is happening. So in the screen, that's just info input. You will be able to prompt whichever AI models that is connected to your server. You will be able to choose the query type, whether to ask about the image, whether to ask about the content, whatever it is, and then put your question and chat with your document. Okay. Again, this is a Japanese content. The question is in English. The answer is in English. Everything you can do in whatever format you are dreaming of. All right. I'm gonna take the opportunity, because the time is short, to leave this concept altogether to another webinar. But what I wanted to highlight is you can ask the questions to fill a metadata or an index fields prepared in the workflow, or you can have it in the interface for certain users because they want it and they will ask you for it. Just give me the document, let me ask. And then why is this important? Because this AI does not give you answers from the internet. It will give you answers only related to the document that is contained in here. And then in a future point, we're gonna, or inside even this video, you will see the concept of RAG AI, where your data is not on a database structure. It's actually on a vector structure where content is connected based on comprehension. So these sectors are created, and then you can come into the application, ask question not from the internet, but from the database that you have created from the content that you just scanned, and it will answer you with links to these documents. So another disruption coming into the age of ECM, normal content management systems will examine a huge disruption where these kind of features will be at the core. Normal databases will be replaced with vector databases. This is the new user experience that our customers are looking at. So we do encourage you to learn it and to be part of it and to explore all these features of info input. Last but not least, I would leave the remaining of use cases for later. I will check for questions. Meanwhile, I can actually go into few use cases. Few use cases just as a summary, not for something important. Just with a global insurance company, the business towards Kodak Alaris was $85,000. It was towards the motor claim processing or claim registration. We kicked out a big agentic AI and RPA vendor. In Jabal Ali race course, which is an entity under real estate in the UAE. It's a big sector. We went into AI automation on handwritten forms, again, as business value and as amount, it's good to know. Petroleum development, Oman, oil and gas, again, a very good use case, a very good reference, and a kick out of one of the biggest vendors. In these slides, which I would say you will be receiving after this, and if not, please reach out to us. You will see a little bit of summary on the margin of the partner, of the challenges, and most importantly, what has happened. In the insurance, they had a team of 15 people. Now they have a team of 2 people just looking at that, at what is happening. They are able to accept 4 times more requests with much less people. They have the top-notch accuracy, and plus or minus, they are the happiest ever. This is for Jabal Ali, processing more than 2,000 or 20,000 pages in 1 hour with handwritten forms using AI. And that was one of the first implementation on that. And we kicked out one of the most reputable handwritten or ICR recognition engines known in the market globally. And yeah, these are in a short summary, but we do have more, and we won a lot more during this year, which you will see in other webinars and hopefully in our next partner conference. That's it for now. Let me just check on 187. I'll just check if you can please vote for the Q&A. We do have Q&A. It's not showing, it's loading. Just allow me a little bit of time. ADMS requirement, they need, okay, cool. It can be as document archive and retrieval. No, it cannot be as a document archive and retrieval. Okay, that's an amazing question. That's an amazing question. Thank you. And in here, okay, we do have some questions that has been answered. Please, please, please take the vote so we can know what to focus with you later on in the market. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending. Thank you so much. It's humbling, to be honest. Okay, to answer, document management or not document management, consider, just to explain, let me share back the screen to go back into this actual one. Yeah, if you scroll up in the chat, you can actually see the poll. Let me, again, make it easier for you guys. Can I pin it? Yeah, I can pin it. So now it should be pinned on top of the chat if you go into the chat, or if you don't have access, that's fine. I'll share with you this later on. Okay, IDP. So digital transformation, IDP, information management, document management system, how they are all correlated. So I'll focus on the IDP segment, which is think of your WhatsApp messages. Okay, you're getting WhatsApp messages, sometimes attachments, sometimes links. You need someone to act on it, to read them, to understand if it's family related, work related. If it's work, is it an issue, or is it sales, is it operation? All this are metadata, and then to route them accordingly. And then once it's done, it will send it to you in your email. Okay. So that journey between getting WhatsApp messages and doing the final result on your email, that's the highway of IDP. That's the main highway that Kodak Alaris built, or other vendors, but Kodak Alaris built it in a way that until now, thank God, we're still heavily differentiated in this area. Another example, think of, again, the insurance company. They are getting, or the bank is getting from his sales or from the branches, documents of IDs, of forms filled, blah, blah, blah. They want to take a decision on it before they send it to the CRM, before they take on the final repository. So all this journey of the information that is coming in, being processed, treated, and taking a decision, and then sending it to sleep. This is where IDP is the highway, is your gate, is your reception, is everything that is your connection with your customer. And this is why IDP is one of the biggest impacting technologies on customer experience. One of the biggest. You can put it for service SLA, you can put it for customer service, you can put it for a lot of things. IDP is mainly where you get your documents, your data, your information, you process, you do a lot of automation so that whatever comes to the human in the loop is only the 1% that actually needs a human in the loop. All right. And then we save it into a document management, into whatever. What you saw on the screen searching is, for example, I received 10,000 orders today. I picked up the phone, the CEO knows that there is an order to be processed in a very fast way. Or I am DHL, I'm processing a lot of shipments. I know that there is a shipment that was delayed in Germany due to something, but it reached Dubai and it needs to be processed so that I can continue the freight towards South Africa. I get a call from customer service. They said the situation is urgent. I go and search directly over here. I think it was 186, if I'm not mistaken. So I come, let me disregard this one, keep it on the server. I come and I do the 186, which is the shipment or the PO number. So I can directly fetch it. It is still on the highway. The car is still in the reception. I pick it up, I process it in a fast way, all right, and take a decision on it, whatever this decision might be. If everything is okay, then everything is okay. And then I send it. Once it is sent, if you can see over here, it disappeared. Why? Because Khalas, final decision is done. It's sent to the ERP. They will process the payment. They will process the shipment, whichever we were talking about. Okay. There's a million feature inside info input, by the way. Like, we cannot cover everything directly in one webinars, but this is why we know that we're gonna have a lot of info input in cloud on-premise. Yes, we're gonna have a lot of things to do. Yes, on-premise, on cloud, that's good. Question for when we do test. Okay. All right, all the questions has been answered. We do have someone to admit. And I really don't know what is the full. Yes, this is well for everyone who can. Here, John. It can be used, document archive and retrieve. Again, we answered how can be ensure data security governance. Nice. I mean, how can I be nice? Very nice. Okay. First and most important, everything in transit is encrypted. So you can apply any kind of encryption between everything that is happening on the server. Okay, so keep this in mind. You can export an encrypted version. everything between the end or the user interface, this one, and the server is using SSL certificate. So again, another layer of encryption. Everything else in between behind firewall is up for the end customer to make sure his cybersecurity is set. Last but not least, if you wish to add, so audit trail, everything, the default is there. Whoever access this document, the batch, the owner, all of this is there for compliance. If there is any, which is called, yesterday we were discussing it with Steve, it's called compliance archiving. Something like this, where once you exit, it needs to be locked by digital encryption or by blockchain, or all these are available. So it's not that we don't have it. We do have it. These are available, but it needs connection with the certificate authority with XYZ. So long story short, we can comply with the deepest level. It's just that we know what is the compliance requirement from the bank, from. If you are dealing with BFSI, we do have third-party brute force attack testing on our server so that we know our gaps, and we do the cybersecurity 1, 2, 3 whole 9 yards. So this is, but I'm talking about specific GDPR or governance requirement, whatever is needed, we can comply with. And again, this has been placed with the insurance companies, with banks, with a lot of, it's not a beta version platform. It has been living in the highest level of compliance and governance, but it all depends on the customer requirement. All right. Odoo integration, SAP, any kind of integration where the API is available, we can work on it. So you have another thing that is very nice in Info Input is that 112 people. Thank you so very much. Anything, you have the API interface available and open. You don't pay per call, you don't pay per anything like other, I would say, platforms. The database connectivity is available and open, so you can call in as much databases as needed. And as well, the export is available, and you do have 12 ready-made connectors available for you. Ricky, as part of the demo, can we have installed contact demonstration of customers? Yes. Yes. So, and this will be, I think, part of Jali's visit to South Africa. If he wasn't able to finish it in that short time, we can do it remotely, no problem. Where can I set automation, send email, and document is not moving within 7 days? We need to, for Giancarlo, we need to actually monitor the inbox and have certain sets and rules to communicate with the email server. And if it's not, we can automate. The best case scenario is, or the thing about this automation is that we receive the email and we treat it as document and we place it into the workflow as a batch. And if someone did act on it or not, then we can automate it. Otherwise, it needs to sit on the email server, and then we receive from the email server these information so that we can actually later on grab it, make it as document and act on it. So there's a lot of API works on the level of the email server if you wish to leave the email on the email server for 7 days. Integration with SAP, not a problem. SAP will make you make you pay for their API. So this is why there's a lot of to connect with SAP. You have 3 ways: API, and you will have to pay. Another way is RPAs. I don't recommend. The third way is to go with the ECM, or the document management system, that is loved by SAP. Which we do have out-of-the-box connector for it for 3 version of that ECM, so that once it is there, they can open from SAP the document management in one single interface, and then they can search for stuff. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Again, please don't forget our promotion, $100,000 revenue gate. Thank you very much. Thank you. Every. Yes, you compare with respect to other competitor. Yes, so that's very nice. Flexi Capture is the most competition that we see across. We actually have AbiVantage as one of the AI engines that is connected in info input, just FYI. And AbiVantage is the more advanced than FlexiCapture. Um, hmm, how to answer in a very diplomatic way? So the connectors are in the best way possible. The connectors are there, so you will feel free to connect to any kind of AI to read these invoices, okay? And you will be able to vote which one is better, okay? And then the pricing, we have went into tenders versus Abby. So the pricing on perpetual, we are I don't want to talk about pricing because I want you guys to sell on premium. But you do have a good pricing on perpetual. You do have a competitive pricing on subscription. The only place where Abby wins or is competitive is on SaaS model, and SaaS model is coming soon. Can we use Kodak IDP solution as DMS solution? We already mentioned this is 100% no. It's a different structure, but we can help you set up a RAG AI environment, which is you will see in that video, which we will share. Thank you, Bren. Yeah, so we can help you set up a RAG AI environment, which is mind-blowing versus document management system. Does it allow automation of document? Yes, it does have. So everything that is on the highway of the IDP has version. So if you change, it will log, and then we can export that whole log with the document. Archiving, it doesn't have archiving. Again, this is not a document management system. Can you tell us about the Connect DocuBase with API? Yes, so all the APIs documentation will be shared with, can be shared with you guys. And if you have a specific DocuBase API documentation, then our team can study it and they can tell you. But usually whenever we have a third-party API documentation, we study it, we plug it into our smart workflow module, and then you will have amazing connectivity. Otherwise, they'll have to consume our APIs. So depends. Your use case would be finalized within 4 hours. You get a final answer on it if you share it with the area managers and our team. License is concurrent users and volume. If you need server-based processing, okay, similar to most of the vendors. Again, we mentioned it in the beginning, concurrent users and a volume of pages, unless you are just scanning and exporting searchable PDF. Okay, and doing manual indexing, that's just number of users and then unlimited pages. It is available perpetual subscription. You can install it on Linux, Windows, cloud, on-premise, mix, whichever I mentioned, all the combinations are available. We started to lose people. What about engine subscription? I'll take these, Faizan, since you have a lot of, I forgot to ask their new export connectors, their updates on the connectors. Yes, of course. And the 7.5, it's possible to install. And by the way, Box AI, it is already, again, supported. Again, on cloud, on premise, this platform can do everything on any operating system, on any architecture, and on any most of the database, Postgre, Oracle, SQL, MySQL, all these things. If you have more question, please send it. Yes, please. If you have more question, please send it. I'm just saying I would love to stay. I'm gonna stay to answer more questions, but I just need to click on end event so that the recording is locked and shared with you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 112 and more was attending this webinar. We promised you then with more. And please shower us with questions. More than happy to support. Our role is to create success together. Don't forget the Power Up FY26 incentive. I wish you all have it because we already budgeted for it. And more than happy to support you to achieve that target. Hope we delivered value and
Can you hear me? George, we lost you.
Yeah, Jalil, we can hear you, but we
Okay.
lost George. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we are at the end of this meeting. Yeah, if you have any other question, just drop it on the chat so we will reply to you. And we can also, you can reach us by email and you can send the email and we can reply to you. Okay. Thank you so much for your presence and see you later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.